Hi all, Karen coming at you again.
It's bad.
Okay, we're here doing a couple more reviews. I have a couple other things I want to do later on, but I had a list of movies that we have been watching off and on since we last kind of filmed anything, and I was just making some notes. And I'm not even promising like full reviews on these because some of these I've watched so long ago that I don't remember. Bandit doesn't remember. Bluto probably doesn't remember. Bob doesn't remember. Boris doesn't remember. And if you watched my one of my videos over on my other channel, I have a Reggie here now. So Reggie wouldn't remember because this was before. But the next one I'm going to talk about is Spiral from the Book of Saw. This one came out in May of 2021. As I've kind of talked about before, I do like the Saw movies. I'm not going to say I'm a huge diehard fan because I couldn't tell you one from another, honestly, because I've watched them all, but I know a few of them I've only seen once, so I couldn't tell you. Yeah, that scene's from this one. I like the story. I mean, some of the killing, I know on a few of them have gotten a little extreme for me, but I do still, watch them. I'm not going to say I enjoy it. Well, no, because I do. For me, I like the psychological aspect of it, and then actually, there's a new channel I found recent. Well, it's not a new channel, but it's new to me. And I was watching kind of history of some of the characters that have been in the Saw movies, and it's kind of been interesting just to see somebody else's perspective. Just
Hear
you?
some?
Yeah, that's why it must have been. Maybe it's the rats. So, anyways, it's 93 minutes. This stars Chris Rock. He's pretty much the main character in this. This is kind of, I believe, considered a spin-off from the Saw movies because even I know because some people will say, well, John Kramer died here, but then he's still showing up in these other movies. And actually, I know some people have made timeline videos on the order you should watch, but I believe this is definitely after John Kramer's passing, excuse me, and everything. But yeah, there's a new serial killer around, and I believe they're thinking he's imitating John Kramer because if I remember correctly, and like I said, this has been a while since I watched this. Um, there's certain things that are happening that are like the Jigsaw kills, but they're like, okay, John Kramer's dead. Who can this be? And Chris Rock's character, he's on the police force. His dad's played by Samuel L. Jackson, and he's the police chief. There's a couple other characters, but Chris Rock's character is kind of looked down upon because he was considered a narc among his police brothers. And basically, what happened was there was some underhandedness going on, I think, early in his career, and he kind of exposed it at one point. Well, basically, none of the other police officers trust him. So, like, nobody wants to be his partner. So he ends up with this rookie partner. I can't remember. I can't remember names because, like I said, I've only watched this once and it's been a while ago. And then these kills start again in the theme of the jigsaw, but they know, Kramer's dead. So it's kind of like they're trying to problem solve. But basically, what starts happening, it's kind of the way John Kramer did his kills, where he tries to give them the opportunity to escape the traps, to redeem themselves. Well, basically, in this one, there's no escaping. Like, they're basically, you're being punished. That's it. You're fucked. There's no redeeming qualities. And some of them are pretty outrageous. And then it's interesting as you're watching and kind of seeing the way these people are being killed. It's related to their role in what happened that Chris Rock's character exposed. And they keep getting like these creepy videos with this puppet that's dressed like a pig. I think it's in a police uniform, and stuff like that. And actually, you're watching this and you're trying to figure out who's doing this. And I know initially, the person I thought was killed And I was like, okay, so I'm wrong. And then I thought it was somebody else. So obviously you have to watch. I want to keep this spoiler free in case you haven't seen it. And then you kind of get to the end and it's like, oh shit. So I mean, it's definitely set up for a sequel. I don't know if um, a sequel's in the works or anything. Um, this is I'm looking at my phone. This is the ninth installment in this series, which I didn't realize it was that many because I just knew they kind of stopped numbering them after a while too, because you had I think the last one like I remember being numbered was like Saw 6, but then you had Jigsaw, Wolf Spiral, and I think there was a couple other, and like I know Jigsaw even was a prequel, which you kind of have to watch because I remember. I'm getting off topic here because we're talking about Spiral, but I've only watched Jigsaw once, and I remember watching this at Jigsaw, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? How is John Kramer alive? He's and I'm not going to spoil it, but it was just like it ended up being a prequel, so that's why. So I want to find timeline videos, and I know there's a couple YouTubers out there that will analyze like series like this and put them in. Okay, well this one happens here, and they're kind of out of order. So that's why you do with these. And I think that's why I like them too, not only for the psychological aspect, but you've really got to watch them because they are not technically in chronological order. And I mean, this one, it's definitely, because it is a standalone from the series, but it's kind of a, based off of the series as well. I don't, let me see, did I get a Rotten Tomatoes rating? This one only got a 37% on Rotten Potatoes. Now I'm changing websites. Rotten Tomatoes, I liked it. I mean, it really kind of kept you guessing because I feel it's one of these movies where you're watching it and you're kind of like, you're trying to figure out who's doing what. But then also, too, with the kills, you're trying to figure out, okay, they were killed in this way, but why? And then once you kind of get the information, you're kind of like, oh my God, that makes total sense on it. And like I said, I'm trying not to spoil because there's one kill that stood out in my mind. And when it was revealed why the character was killed that way, it was kind of like, okay, I get it. It was kind of like it definitely. But I mean, like I said, with this, they're not leaving you any redeeming qualities, any escape, as far as I'm concerned. And like I said, it's been a while since I've watched it, so maybe there was, but I missed it. But it's kind of also if you've watched the other Saw movies, like with Amanda's character and the other cop that was in it, I can't remember his name, like they basically had set the traps up because they were just like, no, we're not letting you get out. You are going to die because they enjoyed the killing. And that's what I kind of felt like it was like that in this one with the killer. But definitely check it out. I mean, it's only like 93 minutes, so you're only looking at an hour and a half. I know at times that people were probably used to Chris Rock in a comedic role. He's actually not bad in this type of role. And actually, Samuel L. Jackson was actually kind of calm in this. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it, so I would say check it out. That is it. Stay tuned for another review. Subscribe, like, hit the bell. We'll be posting stuff. I'm going to have some discussion videos here a little bit later. We'll see you. I'm going to do another movie review. This one, the next one's kind of funny. I don't know if he's going to remember it or not, but we'll
Oh,
see. I knew he didn't watch this, so I knew he wasn't going to remember it. But yeah, stay tuned. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.